You might hear a bit of wind in the background today, as it is a little windy here in the forest, on the hill at the moment. Daily life at the monastery. Let's start in the morning. We don't have a set time in the morning when we have to get up. Most of us get up at 4, 5, or at the latest 6 a.m. If one is still a bit sleepy in the morning, walking meditation is a good alternative to sitting meditation. Then at 6:30, it's time for breakfast. Not just for the birds at the monastery, but for the monks as well. We have a simple breakfast, unless someone brings something special. On Friday mornings, for example, we have a group that comes to cook something more elaborate on those days. Then at 7:15 a.m. after breakfast, once everything is cleaned up, we have a short meeting to assign the jobs that need some attention around the monastery. This happens 4 times a week, from Tuesdays to Fridays. Then, between 7:30 and 10 a.m., we do the work that needs to be done at the monastery. On our property, for example, in the forest. Here you can see some of our monks out and about in their work clothes. And here, for example, we had to clear part of our property to build a new building. We also make the furniture ourselves, as far as we are able to, or if something needs to be repaired at the monastery, we always check first whether someone in the community has the skills to do the job. You can usually find me at the office, helping with administrative tasks. Yes, and then we're already back to eating again. At 10:30 a.m., our guests arrive to visit the monastery for the day and to bring food that we all share for lunch together. Here you can see what the upstairs room in the main house looks like, where the guests and the monks gather before the meal. And then after the meal, they can come back upstairs to have a Q&A with the most senior monk. After lunch, we return to our huts. The rest of the day is mainly dedicated to meditation and study. In the afternoon, we have our various classes. One of them is the Pali class, where we study this ancient Indian language. We also have classes to familiarize ourselves with the monastic rules, to understand why they exist and how to follow them properly. We also have time to mend our robes if that is needed. Between 6 and 7 in the evening, we meet, for those who wish to do so, to have a tea or a fruit juice and to hang out together. Then usually from 7:15 to 8:30 p.m, once a week, we meet for a talk on the scriptures or to hear the teachings of the Buddha. We also have the recitation of the monastic rules every fortnight to keep them fresh in our minds. We have ordinations too, when people decide to join monastic life by becoming postulants for the first year and novices after that. And then after 2 years, they become fully ordained monks. In the evenings, we don't have TVs or radios to distract ourselves or anything like that. Instead, we wind down and relax. We recollect what happened that day with gratitude, thanking our bodies and minds for the work they did. As we also have wonderful starlit nights here, we sometimes simply gaze at the night sky in awe. Yep, that should roughly cover our daily life at the monastery. It's important that we live in the moment and that we don't fall into routines, into the grey dullness of everyday life. Let's try to brighten up our day by being present and mindful, letting joy flow into whatever we're doing. Okay, until the next video.